Part of the course of Comunidad III, we attended the American School Foundation of Monterey, located at Avenida Ignacio Morones Prieto, número 1500, Colonia San Isidro, Santa Catarina, Nuevo León, to make a diagnosis based on the general health of the student body, on the basis of the school health diagnosis proposed by the health department, with the purpose of following the guidelines set by the Health Promoter Project.
According to a survey made in Mexico by the INEGI, from the total number of homes with children aged from 0 to 17 years old, 16.9% present a moderate food shortage, while 7.6% present with a severe food shortage. The suicide rate in boys aged from 10 to 17 is that of 4.3 out of 100,000, and for girls in the same age range is of 3.2. In 2017, 8 out of 100 boys, girls, and teenagers had a job.
The general objective of this research is to identify the health status of the school's student body, achieving this by doing surveys and various tests, identifying the different areas of opportunity. The specific objectives are to identify the prevalence of visual and auditory problems, as well as hypertension and hypotension, gait problems, and bone deformities, concluding with the use of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. In order to provide a better care, various instruments were used during the visits, including bowmanometers, scales, Schehel and Snell visual test cards, stethoscopes, tuning forks, and others. The space provided to us was divided to encompass 7 different stations, this facilitating the interaction between students and examiners. The process was started by registering the student with his or her general information. Their vital signs were recorded next, as well as their height and weight. Later on, their vision and audition were tested. Finally, their teeth were observed. Once this was over, their forms were returned to the examiners, who then proceeded to empty the information into a database.
In general, the students were found to have a very good health. It was observed that 3 students were colorblind. 21 of them had some kind of allergy. The 70.4% of the participants had a normal body mass index. Nonetheless, the 18.5% were overweight, 3.7% were obese, and 4.9% were too thin. Speaking about oral health, 11 students were found to have cavities, 22 had teeth crowns, and 3 students had some kind of bleeding.
By completing this project, we were able to conclude that the students of the American School Foundation of Monterey present none or very minimal health problems. This due to their easy access to a good health provider, as well as to the attentions given to them by their parents or caretakers. There were very few cases in which any data of clinical relevance was identified. As a conclusion, being a student in a private school at Mexico is a protective factor health-wise. Nonetheless, this does not exempt the students from health issues which can be prevented or avoided.